Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going. And in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. And he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
Barry is out there with Duncan. Then it's Michael Jordan. Then it's Parrish. And it's Iverson in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. It's Jordan on the wing. Knocked away. Iverson dishes to Jordan. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jordan's got 9 points.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Iverson. Good on the jump shot. Iverson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bulls. Portland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Lillard the pass to Easy Breezy. He kicks it to Chamberlain. And he gets the bucket.
That was the 3rd straight high-percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better. I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here. And every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Parrish grabs the board.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Shoots from 12. No luck, so the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
Damian Lillard, guys, much improved defensively. He went from a liability at that end of the floor to now being one of the better defensive point guards in the league.
Here's Iverson, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. The Bulls making a switch here. Bird's checked in. On defense, the Trailblazers trailing by 5. Jordan. Here's Duncan. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Duncan's got 9.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Chamberlain with a screen on Iverson. And Lillard kicks to Garnett. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight. And for Lillard, improving defensively, really a focus for him. He heard the criticism. He's taken action.
He's so good running pick and roll. A big focus was defending that play. Learning to fight through screens, lock and trail. That makes a big difference. Sometimes it's just technique because we know these guys are world-class athletes.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Chamberlain a screen. Easy breezy passes to Lillard. Chamberlain dishes to Garnett. Outside Worthy. Lillard against Bird. Lillard, right side, softly drops in the floater. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
And here is Jordan. He's got 11. Here's Bird, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
Ewing's checked in for Chicago.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Here's Greer. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Robert Parrish picks one up there. You can see the leadership qualities on display right there, guys.
You know, he's their coach on the floor. There's no doubt about that. A great communicator, a great teammate, and as you mentioned, Kevin, a tremendous leader.
And, you know, just as you said, Portland didn't have enough to get by the Grizzlies in the first round. Ended up losing in 5 after taking 1 game, and that was game 4. Just had a hard time breaking down the Memphis defense.
The Bulls making a switch here. Barkley's checked in. Jordan kicks to Ewing. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist in this one.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
He's looking for Iverson and finds him. That's good. And now it's a 9-point Bulls lead.
Now, another loss for the Blazers when they were the 4 seed, as you mentioned. As a franchise, they have lost in the first round every time they have ended up as the 4 seed. Not exactly a good position for them to be in.
Butler with the ball. Barkley covering. Here's O'Neal. 4 on the clock. Off the iron that time.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
Iverson, no luck. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to Detroit. There's the dish to O'Neal. Makes it off the glass. O'Neal's got his first bucket of the night.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Iverson passes to Jordan. Got a piece of it. Stolen by O'Neal. All alone. Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Chicago.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Christie's checked in. Nance a screen. Iverson against Walker. Pass to Nance. From 10 feet out. Back to Walker. Pass to Christie. O'Neal a screen on Bird. Bird against Christie. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Trailblazers haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. And the technical free throw is good. Barry's checked in for Bird. 55 seconds left in the third. And that one's good.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Feeds it to Barkley. It's stolen by Nance.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Christie kicks to Butler. Nance a screen. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut to just one on the basket from Walker.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. O'Neal a screen on Barkley. Butler kicks to O'Neal. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. O'Neal's got 6.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half, but he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Barkley left side. And a wide open look for Jordan. And the Bulls with another miss.
High quality shot. Just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S.H.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Trailblazers lead by 1. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. On the floor for Portland, Garnett out there with Chamberlain. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Worthy. And it's Butler in at the 2. Six on the shot clock. Count that one. Butler's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Trailblazers. Last outing for Chicago, they won that game against Indiana. Inside and stolen by Chamberlain. Lillard with it. Iverson picks him up. Chamberlain with a screen on Iverson. It's stolen by Duncan. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Iverson.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
Here's Chamberlain and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Chicago was as strong as they would have hoped for last season at home in the United Center. A lot of big wins for them here.
Yeah, and despite all the injuries, they go 27-14 at home, and that helped to assure them of home court in the first round of the playoffs.
You know, you look back on the Bulls' record last year with 27 home wins. That's pretty solid. Same exact total as they had the year before. They haven't gone below 500 at home since 2008.
Bird, he's checked in for Michael Jordan. Easy Breezy's checked in for Portland.
Good. Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high percentage looks.
His shot by Chamberlain, no good.
And a big part of why the Bulls are tough at home is this crowd. I mean, sold out every game last season. Led the league in total attendance for 6 straight seasons, averaging over 21,000 fans per game.
Garnett, the screen. Chamberlain with a screen on Iverson. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
You know, their field goal percentage is creeping up toward that 50% mark, which is a nice change from the first half.
And with their offense clicking and the score in their favor, they've got all the momentum right now.
And what a tremendous game for Mr. Incredible. He's got 8 points and 2 blocks.
That's what this team needs right now. Solid scoring chances.
Portland leading. Lillard outside. And there's the pass to Easy Breezy. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Bird's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
And Lillard kicks to Garnett. Here's Easy Breezy. Bird covering. Shot clock at 5. Garnett the pass to Easy Breezy. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Back to Bird. Here's Barry. Screen by Parrish. Barry the pass to Parrish. Fade away. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Garnett. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And that's 11 points for Easy Breezy.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. As this game approaches its finale, the outcome's still undecided. He told them, "We're not far, fellas. It's within reach. Seize the moment and walk away with a win." Guys?
Now a timeout called by Portland. Chamberlain a screen. Lillard dishes to Chamberlain. Passes it to Easy Breezy. Yes, and a nice assist from Chamberlain. Easy Breezy's got 9 points now in just the second half. Iverson with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Here's Parrish. Portland grabs the miss. Chamberlain got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Lillard has the open look. Misses off the right iron.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Jordan kicks to Parrish. Iverson trying to free himself up. Parrish missing again.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Jordan the pass to Duncan. Shot from 12. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to a single point after the basket from Michael Jordan. For Portland, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Stolen by Parrish. Iverson dishes to Jordan. Duncan kicks to Jordan. Here's Parrish, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Lillard misses. Bulls have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Pass to Barry. Here's the 3. Lillard with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
He dishes it to Garnett. Excellent D there from Parrish.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Iverson outside. Outside Jordan. Chamberlain with the block. They get it back. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're behind by 3. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
1:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Lillard attacking. Got a piece of it. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Jordan kicks to Duncan. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. And it's 13 points for Duncan.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Here's Lillard. 1:04 left in the fourth. Here's Chamberlain. The shot no good. Excellent D there from Parrish. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. On the wing, Iverson. Back to Jordan. Kicks to Duncan. Shot clock at 6. Lets it fly from 18. Jordan with another miss.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. Duncan outside. It falls!
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on.
There's a screen. Lillard from outside. Good D by Jordan. And so they choose to intentionally foul. 8 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And an intentional foul right there.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6. Dishes it to Garnett. Here's Worthy. Misses. And so it's Chicago winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan Player of the Game.
He had a very nice night from the field tonight, shooting over 50%. That smooth, soft touch was working for him tonight. No matter how tight the D played him, he was still shooting it right in their face.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoy.